Welcome to the Wiz Buffy Podcast, where we're built for comfort and not for speed. Hashtag shooting the five.
Gotta go to the gym. I ain't gotta eat salads, nothing. I just eat weed and look great. It's amazing.
That might be the name of the show right there.
Weed look great.
I'm keeping all of this because it's like the nigga said I eat weed
and
look
great.
I can't knock it.
Yeah, it's the Wiz Buffy Podcast where we're built for comfort
And not for speed, you old
Hey.
chess playing, but you don't know the rules. So you take your horsey and you move it back and forth like a check piece.
Triple jump.
You old juvenile bitch. You're a child.
Outstanding. Hey man, I am LFam790 in social media choice, aka Don Anderson the podcast, aka Captain Bro Albano, aka Brew Diamond Phillips, aka Vicky the Dragon Steamboat, aka Cheeto Santana, aka Pod Sam Pod God's favorite podcaster, aka Potty Piper made a podcast, Chew Bubble Gum, and I'm all out of Trident. I'm my tag team partner.
It's your boy Fat Boy Dizz, aka Dizzy from B More, aka Dizz Day Journal, the most finger waviest. It's not the journal, it's the penis. Johnny Cochran, if the glove don't fit, I will not hit. I'm not a normal nigga. I smoke cigars and use rubbers, and it's still big trust out this hoe. Still big trust, nigga.
Meet me down the bank.
By the motherfucking bank.
Meet me down the bank.
You feel me?
It's closed on Sundays.
So should we introduce this one? I think you could do a good job introducing yourself.
No.
I'm
a guest in your house. You introduced
You
me.
ain't a guest no more. You've been here like 8 times.
This is my third time. No
Okay.
charm.
I don't want to be the herald because I might fuck it up. I don't have enough. Okay, right here we have.
Oh, not the love.
Yeah. Right here we have the beautiful, the incomparable. She eats weed and look good. Call favorites in the building. Wizard lady, as we like to call her, is in the building.
Wizard lady is amazing.
Wizard lady is in the building.
I am in the building. The wizard lady.
Is that your aliases? Is that what you go by? I mean, what do you? Is that what the folks call you?
My name is Amber, but people call me Wiz.
Yep, that's ill. Every time I hear the name Amber, I think of
Amber.
Yes,
You know,
100%.
I've never seen that movie.
More money.
Amber.
Yeah.
You know,
Open the door.
I've been hearing that right there since 1992. Though I can tell you that's when the movie came out because that's how long I've been hearing that shit.
Yes, that's one of my favorite soundtracks. But no, we've got you here. You've been here on several occasions, and
Twice before. Is that several?
I feel like you've been here more
good
than twice.
enough. I mean, as long as you can put an S on it, you can call it several. I mean, it's media, so everybody exaggerates. I love to tell this story. I believe it was the first time you came. It was our first 420 show. And we had a full house, man. We had a very full house.
That's a full house.
And, I mean, it was a lively evening. And people were celebrating. And I had I'll just say a friend. I'll call him a friend. You know what I mean?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, is that the story you're going to tell?
Yes, that's exactly the story I'm going to tell. So,
I hate this pudding donut.
so my man comes in with his chick at the time, and she was in New York.
Really?
Huh?
No, I think we are talking about the same story. I thought you were going to tell the offensive word story.
That's what I thought it was.
No.
Good.
No.
Oh, okay. Because
We can tell
that's
the story
interesting.
afterwards.
Okay.
You can tell the story
Okay.
afterwards.
So many stories in one small
so
nice time.
yeah, so several. See, that's why I
See,
said
see?
Hyperbole.
So what happens is his young lady is with him, and she's a New Yorker, and you know we know New Yorkers for being I'll say extra.
Okay.
And
Shots fired.
so yeah, absolutely. So she's bought some of her wares with her this evening, and my people's was sampling this and that, and he takes a cookie And she's like, I believe the wizard lady says, yo, take it easy.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
Shorty like, nah, nigga, you good, nigga. Everything good. Nigga, I seen these before. These ain't nothing. The nigga eats the cookie like a compact disc. Boom. Then he bite a brownie. Boom.
Wow.
Yeah,
So we record the show. We have an amazing time. At the end of said podcast recording, my people is sitting on the couch, unable to speak.
Yeah, it was like he was alive but dead.
Yeah, I was like, hey, fam, you cool?
Yeah.
Homeboy just, he could only muster a point. He could only muster a point and a smile. I'm like, oh, no, you dead.
Yeah. He was a zombie.
Do you see what happens when you underestimate the wizard? Like, do
Yeah.
you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So we're going to tell the other story now?
Please.
Because that was fun.
Please, let's hear the boss.
So, you're one of your friends, should we call it?
Yeah, my
Okay.
brother.
Somebody got to claim him.
I mean, no. Well,
Because the truth of the matter is I don't have any friends. I really don't have any
well,
friends.
it's like,
It's all
but I
family.
didn't want to say like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to overstate the
Yes.
relationship. So, you know, he's that guy. He probably knows what we talking about. He knows. He's a very interesting cat. He's more raunchy than me. Yes. And we this was the episode we talked porn, right? We were talking porn and our porn search. Was nephew on that now, or that was a different one?
I have no idea.
I know
I don't know the story.
Well, we were talking like porn searches and stuff like that.
I think this was just banter before
Just banter
we
before
even
the show.
began the show.
And he looks directly in her eyes and said, "My porn search history got raped."
Yo, oh yeah,
Yo, niggas was like, "Oh shit!"
Everybody tucked in immediately.
Oh shit! Did somebody have to speak to him? Like,
I'd been here for like maybe 15 minutes.
but
at that
I think
point.
somebody had to take him and go, "Yo,
Yeah.
You were
like
wild.
you gotta chill."
You were wild.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I mean, it was such great energy, and the whole thing came to a screeching halt, nigga. I was like, damn, I thought I was bad.
I completely forgot all about that.
Oh, I didn't. I never
stories,
shall.
So several stories.
I never shall
many
forget.
Stories. And that was all in the first.
Yeah, no, we started to go ahead. The round table at the point was right here, and we drinking, and it was like,
Oh,
sir,
instant sober.
On
Niggas knock all that cool out the podcast.
Right, exactly. So definitely had some great 420 shows. Shout out
Yeah.
President Davo who came through on our last one, right?
Oh, yes, right. That
Yeah.
was the 420 with Dave. Yes. So what do you have going on now? What is your preferred?
I never know how to answer this.
Okay.
I just do stuff. So I have yoga classes running Mondays and Wednesdays. I am back to teaching yoga. I have aqua yoga, which is yoga but in the water, on Tuesdays.
Okay. Is it for retirees and shit?
It is for people who would like to do yoga in the water, it is. But that's the only qualifier.
Okay.
The minimalist approach. I love it.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's so many reasons why you could maybe want to be in water for yoga. Do you know what I mean? So I have edibles still. I'm still the greatest of all time when it comes to that.
Hey, yo.
As per the story you just heard. Lately I've been doing pizza, and that's really popular.
Okay. I remember you doing the pastas and shit.
Yeah, from pastas. I've done everything from peanut butter to like literally coffee creamer. Like it runs the gamut. But lately the pizzas have been really popular.
So I'm not like a big reefer guy.
But neither am I though.
So,
Girl, but
like the fat nigga in me, when I seen them wings that time, I was like, and this nigga got ranch.
oh, so are you one of those?
What?
A ranch person?
What's a ranch person?
definitely
A
ranch
person who eats ranch.
But not
I
versus
like
blue
ranch.
cheese. Versus blue cheese.
Yeah, no, blue cheese sound like
Blue
cheese
was
tastes
old
like
niggas
something
for
went
real.
bad
Like my
because
grandmother loved blue cheese.
because it's something that went bad.
Well, it's cheese.
Yeah.
Which is something, presumably,
went
that has
bad.
gone bad. But
100%.
people who eat ranch are serial killers. I'd like to go on record stating this.
Oh, you.
Nigga, that's like
If
90% of people though.
If you eat ranch, no, it's a very small percentage actually, and there's an ongoing debate. Every time I post the wings, I'll put like with blue cheese, and then parentheses in the corner in small print, I'll say like in ranch, I guess, if you want it, if you ask nicely, because who the hell eats ranch on wings? No,
Blacks.
no.
The blacks.
The blacks.
Yes.
Blacks eat ranch. Well,
I'm not
so
dipping
hold up.
celery in
Do
blue
we have like
cheese,
a-
fam.
Why not?
Blue cheese is awful.
So I used to work at Hooters, and blue cheese was overwhelmingly like what people asked for.
White
Nobody
people
eats
go
ranch.
to Hooters.
No,
Niggas don't go to Hooters.
we're not making this a racial thing.
No, fuck
Sis.
that. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let's not make it a racial thing. Old people and white people go to Hooters. How about
You know,
that?
That
ages
doesn't
too.
Yes.
man. It don't matter what kind of butt you got. It might be a fatty. It might not be. But the Hooter girls' pants always make their butts look trash.
Have you ever seen a
Are we
butt
slandering
that
Hooters
looks
now?
good?
I was just talking about.
Oh, sorry.
Cheese. No,
I'm
Hooters
sorry.
slander.
Well, he was talking about it was
Come
for
on
the
with that.
whites, and then I was like, well, they.
My
they
point
cater to
is,
preference.
people who eat ranch are serial killers, and that's a hill that I'm willing to die on today. The Sunday morning sermon.
Hey, outstanding.
So there's that. So I have edibles, fancy edibles. I have yoga. I have big words. I have deep thoughts. Maybe an artsy nude.
Maybe an artsy nude.
Yeah, there's a whole world in my head that I project onto people.
What's an artsy nude?
Like a nude, but like a hint of nipple as opposed to like graphic.
It's like comparing Playboy to
Oh,
players.
soft corn.
It's
Cinemax.
provocative.
Okay.
It's Cinemax at midnight as opposed to internet
It says
porn search for
X
rape.
video. Rape is rape. First of all, okay, we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah,
We're gonna get on a whole.
that was a whole different year.
Yeah.
420 was years ago. It was
That's-
several episodes
That's
ago.
I don't know if it was a joke, but it was an awful fucking joke.
It was. But I think we
I
got
don't
it.
think it was a joke though. I think
Why would you look a woman?
Say, don't look me in the eye
in her
and say it though.
Yo,
Yo, that's so weird, yo.
So
But he's a good guy, I like him.
I mean, yeah, no. I mean,
Funny guy.
he's the people's. You know what I mean? He's the people's.
Yeah, good people, man.
But yeah, no, you have you had these edibles. Is that like how you infuse pizza?
oh wow. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
That's ill. That's
But
ill.
long story short, I got really good at extracting the essence from the plant. So it all kind of has like a spiritual backing for me. Like the plants have a God essence, and so I kind of asked the essence of the plant, the cannabis plant, to like come out. So once you can get,
You ask it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Do you do
nicely.
it literally?
yes,
Please tell me you do that because that's amazing.
of course,
It's amazing that
Of
you do
course,
it
I
literally.
pray over things I craft. That's gonna, if you eat it, it's gonna alter your psyche. Why wouldn't you want to bless? You know what I mean? Before you eat it.
That's legit.
So, but I've gotten really good at extracting the essence of the plants. And so from there, you can kind of do anything. You know, plus I'm a black woman. You know, I got 4 kids. Of course I can cook. So,
Right.
so I just kind of use those skills, and it's a challenge because
Is
edibles.
that an of course in 2020 though?
We're not doing this. I am a mom who can cook.
No. But no, that's fair.
So-
But is that a absolute?
I
in
don't think there
2020?
are any absolutes in 2020.
That's
I
a
don't.
fact.
I don't think anything is an absolute. But for the most part, moms at the very least spend a lot of time in the kitchen being creative because you have to feed. And then I have 4 kids who all eat different things. So I just kind of use all of those skills combined. But edibles is such a competitive market now because
Everybody
the
is.
laws are so relaxed. Like everyone kind of has access to it, and it's not hard at the surface. You can Google how to start. You know what I mean?
What's your most popular?
Brownies, definitely. The brownies, but then even like the pies and things. The seasonal items get really popular, but I just try to keep challenging myself because I have to stay 1 or 2 steps ahead of the oncoming masses. So that's how you end up with things like pizza and buffalo wings. And I had a brunch, a fully edible Christmas brunch called the Green Holiday. It was a lot of fun.
That looks scary. That looks
It
scary.
was fun. It was.
Because no one's driving. Everybody's flying away from whatever that was. I'm sure of it.
It was, the funny thing about the brunch was at a party where there's liquor, you know it's good because everyone's like up and dancing and yelling and screaming, but with the edible event, it's the complete opposite. Like, you know it's good when everyone is stuck in a corner, like silent. So it just becomes like it's a very new experience, you know, as opposed to like parties. But
So what's the most because we all get the recreational, right? Everybody's like, oh, it's fun, I'm high. And I've seen you post responses, yo, my nigga, I couldn't move my left leg for 3 months.
like I broke his ankle, yeah.
But
What?
have you gotten any response like, well, this helped me with XYZ, or I'm sick?
Oh, yeah, definitely,
and
definitely.
Do you have any good, like, I guess, stories about people who...
Yes, early on, I met a guy who his mom had a stroke.
Okay.
Fell, hit her head. They didn't find her for like 2 or 3 days.
Wow.
So when she finally got rehabilitated, she had like lost 90%, I think, of her like muscle usage, nerve damage. It was pretty bad. And with regular use of my edibles, she was able to get off of 2 opioids.
Oh, wow.
It helped with her pain that much. She was able to like decrease her dosage, which of course is a huge deal because opioids are so like strong now. So so yeah, I have people who have MS, anxiety. I have people who use it for their children. You know, it really does have a medicinal benefit way beyond the rec. And I think the rec kind of gets overhyped at some point. Like the rec isn't even as good as the medicinal if you really know what you're doing.
So I got a question, and this is the question that everybody wants to know is shit. Like, what's up with the coochie lube?
Oh, that.
Can you get high through your vagina?
What's the name of it?
It's not called Coochie Lube, although
I'm sorry.
that is an awesome name.
Coochie lube.
Coochie lube.
It is called Super Pussy, and that the people voted on that because I didn't know what to call it.
What is
So-
it? Explain it so for people that's listening. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? What is super pussy?
Well,
Other than stuff that makes
lube for your
babies.
coochie. So it is a THC infused lubricant.
THC.
Yes.
Infused. So can you get high through your vagina?
Okay. Here's how this works. Did you clear your throat?
All business right now.
Is that how you get high? If you do get high, the nigga get high.
So-
Cause he eat. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, so these are questions. So it is vegan. These are questions that come up. The lube is vegan. It is edible. You do not get high through your vagina. You do get high if you use it anally. You will get high maybe quicker than smoking or vaping. So
Wait, but this is the
depends on
woman.
how-
The woman is getting high because
yeah, because who cares what y'all who cares what y'all want?
Well,
Like,
I don't want niggas to think like, damn, baby, I want to get high, fuck you in the ass. You know
no,
what I mean?
it's
Like-
all for the woman. Everything I create is woman centered. Because
Okay.
men have enough stuff geared toward their pleasure. So
Right.
it is you butt sex and weed high. Yes.
Fam, that might be the name of the episode. Butt sex and weed high sounds wild.
That nigga, it's all right.
So it's a point of no return. It's 11:30 on a Sunday.
How did you get there though? Like when you like, you know what I could make.
So I actually made that very early on when I first began making edibles back in like 2016. So much of my work again is woman centered. You know, like I have the yoni eggs and things like that. It just kind of goes hand in hand. Then I worked in a dispensary for a while. And they make suppositories and like vaginal lubes of THC, and I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. So I played around with the formula, kind of perfected it, and it's gotten really good results. Like that stuff sells out by the week.
But the
I'm trying to keep
video
up.
was somebody playing with her vagina, right?
Yes, the infamous video.
All right, let's have this real discussion right now.
Yeah. So
The consensus is now the story was no, I believe no, that wasn't my vagina.
It was not me.
90% of the world doesn't believe that.
I know.
I'm just because no one believed that. I was like,
It's not me.
definitely.
It is absolutely, positively, hands to the man.
She said it wasn't her.
Not me.
She said it wasn't her.
So
Just nigga said somebody said Hershey Park Love, which is amazing.
sounds shocking.
chocolate coaster.
Yeah, that's gross.
So the video, the infamous video, I have regular clients who I test things out on for a couple months before I kind of like announce them. So I have a friend who wanted to try it, and she tried it, and she used it, and she sent me the video. And because it's anonymous, like you can't see who it is, I posted it. Just that 3-second clip, man, made a lot of noise, I guess.
It's
So
a naked vagina on social
Yeah,
media.
it is.
That's always
Plus,
gonna cause.
She was like, "Oh, this is the best shit ever." Like I'm like, "Oh, she must be getting high through her coochie."
No, there's no getting high through your coochie. There's a science, your vaginal walls are too thick for the THC to get to your bloodstream, as opposed to anally where the tissue, the membranes are very thin. So there is a science behind coochie high / anal weed high.
Okay,
But
okay.
sex high. So, but
All right.
I know a lot of people think that's me because of my propensity to have a very like,
You get naked online from time to time.
yes, but that's what I mean about the artsy news things. But I am not that graphic. You know, you'll see. I've never posted anything like that. So, and the person whose vagina it is seems to really enjoy the attention. Like I'll send her some of the screenshots, and she really enjoys it. So it is twofold. You know, some people can find their. I like to think I'm a platform for people to find their liberation through, and so she's really like coming into herself. Like she finds it exciting. You know what I mean? So no, it's not me.
Coming into herself.
Ha! Double entendre.
I believe it's apropos. I believe it's
There was no pun intended.
Absolutely, man. So how can folks get to you if they need some, you know what I mean, superhero juice or
I believe it's called
Popeye or
Papa.
Coochie Lube.
Yeah, Popeye. You know what I mean? You know what I mean,
No,
Popeye, pizza pie. I mean, all that chicken wings,
Instagram is cool.
ranch. You know what I'm saying?
You're not ranch. I've turned down, so I'm like, I ain't got no ranch. I don't have
ranch.
dillweed, whatever.
Yo, shout out to the niggas at Hidden Valley, man.
Right.
Instagram is probably the best.
Which
thing.
is?
It's cult.favorite.
What's that mean?
Oh, that's a funny story.
We're all ears.
Absolutely.
Okay, hence the podcast. So my screen name used to be Your Favorite Cult Leader.
Okay.
And it got shortened to Cult Favorite.
Hmm.
And it just kind of stuck. And Cult Favorite, like a cult icon or a cult classic, are just things that have a very small but intense and loyal following.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the cult name, right? So, and it's kind of like a fitting name, I guess. I am.
You have to work on this cult of Buffy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You don't have to work
I'm
on it.
not
It'll come to you. You need a front piece.
Yeah. Like a Jim Jones and shit. Drink the Kool-Aid, bitch. Drink it now or die.
He said, and die. Not or die.
Rape. Anybody tells you drink the Kool-Aid, rape is in this search history and shit.
Wow. All right, so
Disrespectful.
this is how we work. That's gonna take us into the good and bad and the ugly of this week, man.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
To set it off with the good, brother Dizz, his last year.
Last year in my 30s.
Last year in his 30s.
man.
When niggas started it off with a literal bang, niggas went axe throwing.
Mm-hmm.
The scary part about this is I found out my wife is amazing at throwing axes. So, needless to say, I'm gonna fall in line. Apparently, brother Dizz, it runs in their family because this nigga Dizz had like 20 bullseyes.
Yeah, I was fucking niggas.
Really?
Once you can make the shit stick, the bullseyes are easy. Once you know how to make this, people can't make the axes stick in the wall.
That noise would freak me out.
It sounded like gunshots.
It was like, pop,
Sound like gunshots.
Yeah, it was fun
It
though.
sounds like violence and aggression.
It was.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like loud noises or aggressive things. Like people ask, I see it's popular, like the X-on thing. I don't think I would go.
It's fun. It was
really fun.
It was fun, yo.
Would you go to like one of those smashing rooms? Have you seen them? Like,
Yeah, my sister went. She
just start breaking things.
they have a car and a crowbar. And you just go at it.
That sounds fun.
I don't know.
You are a sociopath, and you eat ranch. I knew it. What's going on? You think that would be fun? I can't imagine.
What do you mean? Like, have you ever seen that that pneumatic what is it, a pneumatic smasher, whatever that is, or crusher or whatever that crushes the things and people just watch that junk? Like they put like a can of Play-Doh there and then it'll just smash it and you see you know what I mean? It's science.
So that's
Science.
your answer is science. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out Jesse Pinkman. What was the bad this week? Can you think of anything bad?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Did y'all see Nicki Minaj's wax figure in Germany, nigga?
Yeah, I saw that.
It looked
That
like
was Nikki? I thought it was a white lady.
no, nigga. It was Vicky Onesome, Vicky regular sex.
Yo, I was saying,
Yo, that shit was horrible, nigga.
It was really bad. Vicky regular sex.
I think I may have the top for ugly.
Oh,
Trick Daddy Dollars.
oh yeah,
Mugshot.
yeah. Trick.
His haircut.
Yo,
What
I think he
happened to
wasn't
his hair?
finished getting his hair cake.
car ain't got no roof.
What's a hair cake?
Oh,
Car ain't got no roof.
it's basically like a really good like hairpiece for men.
Yeah, it's a unit.
It's a hair
unit.
Like they,
Oh,
like a
damn.
nigga might like if you have a whole like fried tuck, and then a nigga put a cake down there, and
They'll actually like if it's just fading up top, they will skin the fryer tuck and make it into the the George Jefferson,
Yeah.
and then they, you know what I mean?
Real
Get
shit.
busy
The
with
fryer
glue.
tuck
it looks
George
good as shit.
Jefferson.
It's a dude in Annapolis, named Wade the barber, and Wade does he does very well hair units.
Yep, shout out to Wade.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure men go bald and need probably some aesthetic.
Yeah, you can't even tell. I dyed my shit. My shit was great. Y'all niggas ain't even peep that shit. My shit jet black as a bitch. Man.
Oh, I never.
He wasn't staring at your head.
Yeah, but you know niggas.
Yeah,
All right, well,
I appreciate
I
that.
was just like, who was supposed to know this?
do you know what my ugly is? Charlemagne sends DJ Envy
Oh, they're butt molds.
a butt. First of all, where can I get a butt mold made of my woman? That's what I need. But anyway,
Why would
You
you
know
do
that's
it?
funny because that's not really the first time something like that's been brought up.
yeah,
Remember, Fee was talking about pocket rocket.
But he said he didn't get it. It wasn't like made. It was that she bought him a pocket
Yeah.
rocket. But that would have been dope. Like if you can get like your girl's vagina, so when you go on vacation, you don't have to cheat. Yeah, it's good.
That is the oddest thing I've ever heard. And I've heard some really odd shit.
No, but send a man a mold of your ass and nuts,
That is odd.
and for Envy to stick his finger in that motherfucker.
I didn't see that part.
They knew what they were doing though.
Well,
I think it was a joke, but it's still really.
It's a very oddly
really
rooted joke.
homoerotic.
Yeah,
It's
right.
homoerotic.
And
But then,
homophobic at the same
do you
time.
remember?
Like, it's very odd.
You remember Envy had them texts that leaked where they were
Oh,
talking
about getting pegged and shit.
Yeah. Envy is
I think they both are butt lovers.
Envy is a butterfly.
But a foul.
Yeah, he's a butterfly.
Fudge packer.
But weed sex.
Butt weed sex. Ew. No, but teach his own.
I wouldn't even know how to. Yeah. It's an odd thing, especially when you know they're so popular. Like there had to be a planned, thought out, discussed
I think it was a joke.
thing. Yeah, but
However, it's not a joke that if
it was
one of
funny.
my homeboys.
It was not a joke that was funny.
No, seriously. You might as well get ready to fight me. If you my homeboy, you send me that shit. Like I'm gonna feel away. We just gotta fight.
You gotta fight?
I'm gonna turn the nigga up if you send me
I'm gonna send you a
I
butt.
think a nigga sending you his butt is trying to get tuned
Just
up.
say, yeah.
I with the wrong kind.
Not that kind of tune.
Not that kind of tuning.
Absolutely. Wait a minute.
Where are we here?
Playing
Moving right along.
Well, I guess that's gonna take us into
Right.
the release.
Do you remember your first time?
Doing what?
The release, hearing the release.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I made the same face I made just now.
Why would you say doing what? What do you think I was talking about?
Releasing. I never really know with you guys. I have to be very, very
Remember
clear.
Your first time is a wild week. That actually might be an interesting episode.
No, I don't want to tell that story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
I
have to
can
that
tell
story
it,
now.
man.
Yeah, no. We're gonna do that. That'll be an interesting show.
I'm gonna show a picture of it too.
Oh no! I
Oh
would never
yeah,
do
you got
such
to
a
see
thing.
this motherfucker here.
So what is the release?
All right, man. The release is a segment where we put y'all on to something we thought was dope that came out this week. Brother Dizz, what you got?
Me. My release is me. It was my birthday. I was born January 10th. I was released from the bowels of my mother.
Oh, so you came from the back end.
But we said.
But we said, bro, and to the physical earth, happy birthday, me. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Okay, appreciate it.
My release this week is the Fargo season 4 trailer came out, right?
Okay.
Now, what's dope about Fargo? Fargo's it's a crime drama, but it's like with tinges of comedy, but it's like
It's black.
it's different every season. So it's not like season 2 has nothing to do with season 1. You just know they
Like
happen
American Horror Story.
Right, they just happen in the same universe. So this year they got Chris Rock starring as like a mob boss. It kind of looks slick. It looks enjoyable. So I'm assuming maybe spring or summer. I didn't see the date for it, but go look at the Fargo season 4 trailer. It looks amazing.
Okay.
Sister Amber, is there anything you thought that was exciting that came out recently?
Oh my God, there was an eclipse the other day. So there's that.
Here?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. There was an eclipse, and Uranus is out of retrograde. And today,
Weed.
yep.
This is a lot of. Take a shot every time you hear Freaky Deaky Butler.
Uranus came out of retrograde. There was an eclipse, and today there is a 4-planet stellium, which means they're all together in the same degree of Capricorn, and that's called planetary war. That is happening actually right now today as we speak.
So what does that mean astrologically?
So there's a lot of schools of thought on this, but So today you have Mercury, Pluto, and Saturn all at 22 degrees in Capricorn, and then you have the sun at 21 degrees. And so they're basically, you have those 4 planets and an asteroid, Ceres, are all at the same point in the same sign. So it's so much energy at one point. It's like crazy. And that very rarely happens.
Is it positive energy?
No, it's probably not great. It's very ominous. Did you guys go outside yesterday? It was that weird weather. Do you know what I mean? It's really warm, but like kind of
muggy too.
Yeah, like a really odd day to be in the middle of January. And so if you had to relate one to the other, how it felt yesterday, it's kind of like how that stellium should feel. Just like weird, ominous, and heavy. So there's that. There's a lot of stuff. Sky stuff. I'm not surprised the Ravens lost, given...
Why don't you stop?
It was in the stars. The
Really?
stellium told me it was going to happen.
You ain't shit.
So
Why? Because I can tell
You
the
know
future?
I'm mourning.
yeah,
Go throw an axe.
outstanding. Go throw an axe is
Nigga,
wild.
I'm gonna bring homeboy over here to keep playing. Purple dress. Purple dress.
Shout out to Purple Dress, man. Sister LK, Brother Math, Brother Brock, they are here, man. That's gonna take us into Who Won the Record.
Oh yeah.
This week, Swagger Like Us remix, T.I. featuring Jay, Kanye, and Wayne. Who won the record?
I think T.I. won that shit. I feel like when niggas go last on their own record and then they give more than 16 bars, they usually always gives them a chance to win. That's the formula. Let all them niggas go first, and then fuck it, I'm gonna kill it at the end of the record, and I'm gonna spit more than 16 bars. So I'm gonna say T.I.
Huh. Who would you say, sister?
So on that song, I think Jay-Z, because that's the line, like, can't wear skinny jeans because my nuts don't fit, like, stuck out of that entire song still.
School, you pay for school, can't buy a class, or
Yeah.
something. Everybody says now too.
Yeah, I think that was the most, like, iconic verse on that, just because it kind of stayed in the zeitgeist.
I know this nigga's unpopular, but I thought he wrote the beat the best and sounded like the record the best. I thought Kanye was dope on this.
Really?
Yeah, I really thought, because Kanye's always simple, right?
Make that face.
They were really shit, like, really, dog?
So Kanye,
MAGA yay and shit, yo.
that's not MAGA Ye though.
He was becoming MAGA
He's
yay.
free MAGA.
He was Caterpillar MAGA yay.
Hey, yo, I wish Drake would put on a MAGA hat.
Why?
Because, nigga, everybody, when Drake put it on, they lose, nigga. Drake, put that MAGA hat on, champ. I need you. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought Kanye was dope on this record. It's a good record. I really like this record. I forgot about this record. You know what I'm saying?
Me too, yeah.
That's good.
Really record.
So,
I'm retarded.
let's outstanding. Let's talk about what we here to talk about this week.
Right.
We brought it up for the first 3 years of this podcast.
Yeah, we always
4
talk about
years. Rappers getting dead points,
Right.
right? So what are dead points?
So dead points is basically when someone dies, no matter how good or mediocre or bad they might be, death automatically, because you're never going to get it again, you never will get their music again, their talent again, death automatically gives people a higher status than what they were in life. You know what I mean? So even with artists and shit, you can take a phony ass, because Picasso paintings are phony as fuck.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, they're phony. They're
Wait a
phony.
minute. We're
They're
not
phony.
doing this.
Because he's dead and you'll never get it again, and it was different. And that's art. Art's subjective, right? It's subjective. Art's subjective. But
Your art and fact never exist in the same place.
yeah, because it's art. Say go ahead. It's a podcast.
No, just
You have absolutely pissed her off.
So anyway, basically, when someone
Picasso slander, art slander.
so basically when someone dies, people, the perception of that person because they are dead is heightened. That's basically dead points in a nutshell.
So well, I guess what was the first time you realized that people romanticize artists after they die? What was the first time?
I mean, I'm gonna say for me, and when Pac died, people were, oh my God, Tupac was the greatest ever. And I'm like, Pac was good, but I wouldn't give Pac wasn't better than him or him or him. You know what I mean? So Pac was great.
Yeah.
Bob was a great man, but when he died, it's like, oh my God, Tupac is like God level, no, not in my opinion.
I've always felt, and people don't talk about Scott LaRock a lot, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like with the KRS situation, and because KRS did enough to kind of keep his name alive, I believe KRS's mention of Scott LaRock is more of a contribution to hip hop than what Scott LaRock actually made. I think that was my first kind of experience with the Dead Point thing. I just didn't know, or we weren't calling it that then. Is there any Dead Point that you think people get, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that when people pass away, they're idolized. That's because that's human nature, especially when you have people who die unexpectedly at like the peak of their career. Like I feel like with Biggie, I don't think he was as great as people say, but he didn't get a chance to make a bad record.
Right.
If he was still alive, he probably would have went the route of like all the other rappers in that era. You know what I mean? Like he didn't get a chance to be washed up or make a bad record. But I just saw recently they were giving Roddy Ricch maybe a hard time because he said that he was more influenced by Future and Young Thug, and all the 40 and up hip hop niggas are like, respect Biggie and Tupac, and I'm like, that's such an unfair thing to force on someone who did not experience it. And that's what he grew up on.
Like
Future
that
and
nigga
Young
got
Thug.
beat up the other night.
Yeah, y'all go.
Right.
Beating kids up.
Plus, it's a projection thing, right? Like people want to project what they feel like a person's path would have been.
Right.
Even with sports guys, like Derek Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a whole bunch of great years. We don't know what. I'm sorry. We don't know what would have happened after. Well, maybe Derek Thomas is a bad example because he had a nice long career. But think about like a Bo Jackson. Somebody's like, Bo Jackson be in the Hall of Fame. And I look at Bo Jackson's numbers. No, the fuck he shouldn't. Bo Jackson, you know what I'm saying? He never ran for 1,000 yards. He never had double-digit touchdowns in a year. Part of that because he played baseball half the time, but he's not an NFL Hall of Famer. But because you saw his greatness in that span, you saw his move, like you know what I mean? You saw him play. It's like, oh, he was really good, but you're projecting a career on him that he never had. And that's what they do with these musicians. They project what his path would have been. But like you said, you don't know what Biggie.
I feel that way about Aaliyah as well. Like I get flack for that hugely, but I just think that first of all, I think she faked her death and she's still alive. That's one. Second of all, and that's another hill I'm willing to die on. But I think that given that she came up along, given that she came up with like Monica and Brandy, I think she would be where they are now. But people like exalt her to like this wild level, and again, it's the projection of like I'll even hear people say like Beyonce is only famous because Aaliyah died and didn't get a chance to supersede her.
That? Really?
But again,
that would have been Beyonce.
But they say the same thing about Jay and Big.
Right.
They do.
He's not. So he ain't Jay-Z because Biggie was.
It's all projection of what people, kind of would think or even think their path would be if they were given that chance. You know what I mean? Like I think that definitely, but that goes on through every medium of expression. Posthumous writers are always celebrated more. Artists, like when you die, it's just like because then people can kind of again project their thoughts onto you, and you're not there to say no, this was not about this. This was about this. They can kind of romanticize in that void because you're absent to speak on what you really meant. So,
right. All right, that's gonna take us into this week's Shooting the Five.
Hashtag ST5. Hashtag Shoot the Five at Wiz Buffy on everything. Wiz Buffy on Twitter, Instagram. Wiz Buffy podcast discussion on Facebook. This is gonna be a good one. Controversial. I know there's gonna be some controversy with these top 5. I'm sorry. What is it?
Rappers that get dead points.
Top 5 or just rappers? I said.
Oh, you can say artists.
Man, top 5 artists who get dead points.
All right.
Y'all about to get mad.
All right, let's go. Set it off.
Tupac.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Tupac Shakur. He's great, but y'all exalt him. He wasn't that good. Mac Miller. People, Mac was the shit. He's cool, but Biggie Smalls. Triple X Tentacion. Is that how you say his name?
Something like that. Close enough.
Here's the one that niggas probably gonna come at me for. Sean Price.
Sean Price.
Outstanding.
You know Sean Price?
No, what did he sing?
You
sing it right now.
That's gonna be tough.
It's not gonna be a Sean Price song that you know.
Yeah. I don't think
well,
it could
then,
be-
then
he wasn't
he's
a radio
overrated.
rapper.
He was on the Help the Skelter record. Yes, y'all. OGC Help.
They didn't play Fab Five on the radio,
I
did
don't know
they?
that man.
But she might know that one.
Sorry to that man.
But in hip hop circles, Sean Price is like
Exalted.
Yeah,
Because he was nice.
he was nice, but he's not something I want to listen to. I'll go back. I tried to listen to Price of Fame. It was cool, but I don't want to hear it over and over and over again.
And that is exactly what's on repeat. Like, I listened to it this morning on the way to the donuts and mimosas. So,
Bavarian cream donuts.
yeah.
Who picks those?
He brought Bavarian cream filled donuts. Diz and I both got a donut thinking it was a jelly donut.
Right.
And
I was
it
on the
balled
Homer
up in the-
Simpson.
balled up in the
jelly
corner.
donut. What the fuck?
Cream.
Get a little cream shot in your mouth. I apologize.
Ugh.
I gotta know now.
Nasty bitch.
I gotta know now. Just because I got that bar off. For me, of course, Big and Pac, right? Because niggas call them the GOATs every day. Neither had the catalog to be considered amongst the GOATs. So Dirt, right? I love Dirt.
Oh, but niggas don't really put Dirt up there like
They
that.
don't put him up. What they do is niggas always talk about Dirt as one of the greats though. Like they put him. Dirt couldn't really rap and didn't write his. Like Dirt's raps weren't amazing, and
It was dirt.
oh,
Dirty
Dirty.
bastard.
Okay, so I think you're right. He was not a great rapper, but he did a song with Mariah.
No, that's fact.
Like,
That's
so
right.
it becomes like the personality thing starts to overshadow
He's like
the
an
actual
icon.
talent.
Yeah.
So his iconicism might not be as great. If
So
it
maybe
wasn't
that's a good
Diggs.
debate, though. Your
Right.
iconicism versus your actual catalog and like legitimacy as a legend. You know what I
Right,
mean?
and I think that's where because Dirt didn't even, and niggas get mad at niggas today about not writing raps. We know for a fact there is footage of RZA writing for Dirt. You know what I'm saying? As I said, Big Pop, Dirt. I would have to go. I guess I will rock with Triple X.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause, I've seen, and I'm on Twitter now. I never was on Twitter until like last year. Like, I love Twitter now. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
addictive.
But like I've been on Twitter for 10 years and just but niggas be on like, oh, he was so ahead of his time, man.
I'm gonna tell you.
His music is good, but it's not.
My kid, I always talk about this, but my kid bought me a Triple X record, and it was hard.
Okay.
Because I never, I'm the 40-year-old rap nigga that she was talking about earlier, and so I'm, you know what I mean, get off my lawn a lot of the time.
Right.
But Lil Fam bought me the Triple X record. I think it's called Riot, and he was kicking it. I'm like, okay, shorty can rap. So yeah, I think he could rap, but he's not where niggas putting him on t-shirts, and I mean that's just because he's there, right? And my number one, and it's because I kind of don't believe half the people who say that they're a fan of this guy. I refuse to get on that phony wave that niggas get on when they talk about this guy. He's the nigga we most recently lost is Nip. And Nipsey gets dead points.
I didn't want to be the one to say
I had him and I
'cause-
crossed him out.
Now this is the one that's gonna piss people off.
Yeah,
Because
that's
people are
gonna
still
piss
hurt.
Man, listen.
People are still hurt over Nip, right?
Yeah.
They were
he got a
calling him
slogan.
Jesus. Like,
Yeah, niggas is really they've gone too far. Now here's the problem. So with Nip, right? Nip made the best project of his life right before he died. Right?
Yes, he did.
peak
So-
of the peak.
And he made the best
died
project of
to
that
peak.
year, really, arguably.
Right. And that's a lot of niggas felt. But niggas act like they were championing Nip for forever. Like, no, I've been on Nip. Alright, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas been heard about him, but they wasn't like, oh, Nip is the greatest.
Right, but now he's dead.
Right.
Everybody got a Crenshaw shit.
But
Yeah.
to be fair, I think his artistry got dead points, but I think his iconicism, like because a lot of people know Nip from those fucking clips of him giving out game. Even outside his music, he was already popular for that. And then that photo shoot. So niggas like, what did he do to deserve a photo shoot in when him and Lauren did the photo shoot. What is that? One of them Vogue or some shit. That's before the record. Like, well, why is Nipsey on this photo shoot? Like, he was already iconic before that record. As far as like the social media shit that everybody got jumping off. You know what I'm saying? Let me.
Yeah, I feel like the timing. I feel like the timing got crazy too because there's that weird like I'm about to die. I Ain't Mad at You-esque video that he did with Khaled that looked like it just looked like okay. If this is to be the last video of your career, what would you make? It would be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like almost the situation is kind of just there for it to be.
The formula is there for that kind of type. Yeah.
So who would you say?
Me, I definitely think Aaliyah. I hate to say it. Nipsey Hussle. Definitely. Like, that almost became cultish in a way. The way that, like, people changed their bios. People started, like, crying. Like, it was just, like, this huge, like... And I'm like, how much of this is just hysteria and, like, a weak emotional connection to the masses? Or did you really like him this much as an artist? And... it's hard. It's all subjective. You know what I mean? It's hard to say, but I definitely think there was something otherworldly about how people kind of jumped on that kind of bandwagon. I don't know. It's weird. So I think Biggie and Tupac, of course, because like I said, they didn't have a chance to make bad music, so they're just kind of like heralded. Yeah. Is that 4?
That's 4. Go ahead.
I don't think I have a 5th. I don't listen to enough music.
Well, can I say this?
No.
Everybody that we named were young. They were gone before they. Nobody said.
Price wasn't.
Huh?
Price wasn't. Price was old. Well, young to die, yes, but he wasn't like.
What about young in the music? Though?
Yeah, the price was
20 years in.
Yeah, Price was around
and all that.
Sure.
Yeah,
but most of these people we named were gone before their time.
And at the peak, kind of.
And at
career,
the peak,
right?
like nobody said Prodigy. Nobody said Big L. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said, well, Big L was kind of fast too.
but yeah, Big L never got to be.
He never got.
He could be.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody said Fife. You know what I'm saying?
Because they got to. They really.
Because they got to live out their career.
Yeah,
They got good music off. They had their time in. I think.
In a fight this morning.
So, everybody, I think when people pass at the peak of their career and they're young, that's just like the recipe for those kind of like stories, those fables, those legends.
Right.
You know.
Because like you said, you get to project what you think their career would have meant.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what P though. Like people thought that, oh yeah, he got one record and he gonna blow. You know what I'm saying? Because he's nice, but he just couldn't catch the ear of. And I don't think he ever wanted to be anything but underground either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So there you have it, man. Dead Points. Hashtag Dead Points at Wiz Buffy on all social media. Let us know what y'all think. Get at us. And before we get out of here, before we wrap the episode up, we got to go into the last segment.
Okay.
Sports in the Buff. This on sports. I apologize.
No problem. Welcome to Sports to the Buff, aka the Not So Skinny on Sports, aka a stripped down version of our normal sports headlines. I'm a sports segment. I'm sorry. Yeah, the headlines. The Ravens lost. I don't want to talk about nothing else. I'm not talking about shit.
So do you want to talk about it though?
I don't want to talk about nothing. Okay, you know what I want to say?
Do you want to talk about it?
You know what I want to say?
He said.
He about to talk to Chris right now.
I'm talking to Lamar Jackson right here. Lamar. Yes. We know you can throw the ball, and we know that you want to be known as more than just a quarterback. However, nigga, when them niggas can't get open, run, nigga. We want you to be a playmaker. We want to win, nigga.
So, I saw you say that earlier. Young niggas that can run always do that though. They'll start tucking the ball and trying to take over the game that way. The only problem with his game is if he only is a run threat, they'll load the box and the game is over.
No, because now you can throw the bitch, right? So what you do is you suck all those DBs in. Pause.
Yes.
Childish.
And now when they load the box, now boop, touchdown passes over top. But
Boop is how loading the box usually ends. Boop. Anyway,
loading the box is hilarious.
So my thing was
Bavarian cream.
Full circle. Right on back round to the butt side.
Outstanding. Very cream, butt sex is wild. I think the Ingram injury is a real thing that niggas got to talk about. I think that affected because of what Ingram healthy can do. Now you got two guys you got to spy on, and him being lame, kind of, you know what I'm saying? I think that hurt them in general. But and niggas called me a hater 2 weeks ago. It wasn't a hater thing. The Ravens are the most talented team in the 2019-2020 season. On field, they're the most talented team. But how football goes is in waves. Like, you don't want to peak too early. Mm-hmm. They hadn't lost a game since late September.
Mm-hmm. They were due to lose.
Yes, that was my thing. Is when they lose, it's not gonna be because they outmatched. It's because it was just their time to have a bad game.
Listen. Gus the Bus came in on the third play of the game, ran a 15. You ain't need to give it to Gus the Bus. Nigga.
I don't know anything y'all talking about. I didn't even know it was playoffs.
Yo,
I thought basketball was
in this
right
town.
Now. I don't care about sports.
So can I say so? So she had a tweet about a guy like what is he petting you?
Oh, you gonna bring that up in the middle of sports?
I am. That guy obviously. Why did the nigga petting you not talk about as he's stroking your hair and shit? And I say, Lamar, I'm going to the playoffs, baby. You don't say shit like that?
No.
I'm sorry. Is that what you do?
No.
No. I'm talking about brother.
Yeah, like no.
Like when you my girl, I be rubbing the back on that. I gotta watch football today.
And that's why I'm single.
Shit, I'm out of here.
I don't know anything. My dad once told me a long time ago that the only time a woman should be in the room when football is on is if she's bringing her husband a beer.
Wow, that's that's
misogynistic, yes.
Is that misogynistic?
He swears he was joking. He actually hates when I tell that story, but it stuck with me. I don't like sports. There's an eclipse. There was an eclipse though.
I don't like sports.
But here's some things about stars.
So, speaking of stars, the Dallas Cowboys got a coach. Things are looking up.
If you say so.
Hey, it's better than the ginger.
You handcuffed your boy Aaron Ron for a couple years.
He didn't. They didn't. You know, it wasn't no handcuffs. The nigga wanted shit with the nigga, and then their personalities clashed. And Aaron, being the most powerful man in Green Bay because of how their ownership works, he got what he wanted. That's what happened over there. Yo, Aaron Rodgers is an amazing coach.
His coach look better. That's why he told you like that.
I have so many questions about sports. Like people
Ask it like most of my friends say.
People trade teams, right? So if you're rooting for this team this year, and then your favorite players like go to different teams, do you root for the other team?
It only happens if you're a LeBron James fan.
Okay.
That's the only time that niggas playing
I'm
the
Lakers fan right now though.
Because you can't bring yourself
like the Lakers, yo.
The Lakers is one of those franchises that like you can't just jump on that back.
Who does LeBron James play for?
The Lakers.
The Lakers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that it's kind of like people do that. Now
is that frowned upon in sports?
I think it's kind of frowned upon, like just in general man law type things. Like nigga, that wasn't your team last time I talked to you.
Right.
So, but what if you really like that player? Is it more popular or is it more acceptable socially in sports to root for a team as a whole? Because I have theories about sports and in the collective consciousness.
This is what I'll say about that. If you were rooting for a team all this time, and then that player leaves, then it shows me that you're fake because you really were rooting for that player.
So is it fake to root for a player as opposed to a team?
No,
Do you have to root for the collective? Why can't I root for the individual?
When people ask me, are you a fan of the Heat? I say no. I'm a fan of LeBron James. And that's real because I'm not a fan of the Heat. I'm not a fan of the Heat right now, or the what you call it, the Cavaliers. I'm a LeBron James fan. You know what I mean?
I think it happens more so in basketball because they don't wear helmets. So you become a fan of like everybody almost kind of looks the same. You know what I mean? They built different, but niggas don't look at that.
That is a really good point.
But there's a bunch of like faceless niggas that you're rooting for the logo on a helmet.
Gotcha. Ooh,
but
that's
you got
like
5 guys. You only got 5 as opposed to 11, and so you recognize that
your
like
favorite one.
know what I mean? LeBron James out here with half a head cake out here, or Anthony Davis got one eyebrow. You know what I mean? So you can identify with these niggas as individuals easier.
That's a really good point
on a basketball court than
I never thought about that.
What fucks that theory up is baseball, though. It's baseball.
They wear hats.
Who roots for baseball?
They all wear hats,
A lot of people I like baseball here and there.
yeah.
When the Orioles win.
But they all wear hats.
But I am also a fair weather fan. So. I'm not an Orioles fan when they lose. I haven't been an Orioles fan in quite a long time.
I don't like sports.
But you do like sports. You like competition. This is something that you compete in. You compete in that weed. Weed is a sport.
No.
If they had,
I really don't. No. That's
the World
nice try.
Olympics reefer cook-off.
That was close. I wouldn't. I would not participate.
What?
You play chess?
You don't like competition?
I do play
or you
chess,
don't
but
like
that's
sport?
not even a competition. I'm so good at chess. Like I'm just dusting niggas for fun of it at this point.
Huh, I like the energy. I love
Wish we had a board right here.
And I'd whoop your ass. I'd drag you with my horsey with it.
My horsey.
That's amazing. I'm still triple jumping. I think that's gonna do it for this week. I am IlFam790, your social media choice, aka Don Anderson the podcast, aka Captain Brew Albano, aka Brew Diamond Phillips, aka Thicky the Dragon Steamboat, aka Cheeto Santana, aka Pod Sham Pod, God's favorite podcast, aka Potty Piper made a podcast, Chew Bubblegum, and I'm all out of Dentine Ice, man, at IlFam79 on your social media choice. Google me, you know what I'm saying, or just check your mobile phone. I'm there. I'm a tag team partner.
Before I get into myself, and I love getting into myself, where's Buffy.com, where's Buffy.com, where's Buffy.com, where's Buffy.com, at Where's Buffy on everything, at Where's Buffy on Instagram, at Where's Buffy on Twitter, Where's Buffy Podcast Discussion Group on Facebook. I am Fatboy Dizz, Fatboy_DIZZ on Instagram and Twitter. Dizz DeJourno, the most finger waviest. It's not DeJourno, it's the penis. Johnny Cochran, if the glove don't fit, I will not hit. I'm not a normal nigga. I use rubbers, I smoke cigars, I use rubbers, and I would definitely whoop her ass in the game of chess. Shout out to Broccoli, shout out to LK, shout out to Mav.
Shout out, guys.
Yo, shout out to Cult Dot Favorite, aka the Wizard Lady.
Wizard Lady.
Tis me.
Yo.
AKA Coochie Lube.
No.
Nope.
No.
Of all the eggs, no, don't give me coochie lube.
Coochie Lube.
My name is Amber.
Amber.
Amber is just fine, thank you.
That's what's up, man. Hey, AB, take us out.
It's gang, if I don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
Well, I think it's their choice, isn't it?
Man, gang, you know what that means? Gang, take the L out of lover. It's over, brother.